All right. Once again, we are back. It is 7-ish on a Sunday evening. Means must be time for another edition in the Man Cave. Polk Hoops, this is your number one source for Polk County High School basketball. Appreciate y'all tapping in, rocking with us this evening. We do not take it for granted. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. So before we get started, I want to say what's up to the All-State PG, All-State coach. What's going on with y'all, fellas?
Not much, man.
What's up? What's up? Happy Sunday.
Last Sunday of the year. Last Sunday of 2023. So, sure, we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to just go ahead and jump into it. I don't know, PG, I keep continuing to do it just because we routine around here. But PG shaking his head, no moss. So, Coach,
I'll just ask questions. I don't got nothing off the top.
Gotcha. That worked. Coach, anything?
Man, holiday tournaments, man. Can you derail your season? What's the plus and the minuses of holiday tournaments?
If you're traveling, the brotherhood and the sisterhood, they getting to get together away from the normal school and get to know each other a little bit more. Playing wise, depends on how you're competing. If you playing in a strong tournament, you can get something out of it. Win or losses, you still can get something out of it. It kind of just get you in preparation of what to expect from different type of players in critical game situations, so you'll know how to move forward with playing time, etc. In my eyes, that's what I think. If you're not competing and you're just playing for W's, it can take you a step backwards, depending on how you prepare.
The biggest negative I think about tournaments, I don't see any negative of playing. I see a potential negative in not playing because once the season is in and you start and you stop, it becomes a lot tougher to start up again. So I don't see any negative other than like PG said, according to the level of competition. And I guess you got to be real with yourself on what your goals are for your team with where you decide to end up going to play. Unless it's some invite only type tournaments. But the only real negative I see is if you're not playing. Because if you're playing, you should be able to pull something positive out of going to a tournament. Like Bruce said, if it's a brother sisterhood, if it's running some sets, trying some stuff out that's not going to really hurt you because it's not a district game. Playing some people you're never gonna play again. Kind of getting you a possible preview of how the playoffs might look because you have to play an unfamiliar opponent. So things like that, I don't see anything negative. It's according to what the goals the coach has for what he trying or she trying to get out of it. But if you're not playing at all, I think that's a huge negative because once you get rolling, it's kind of hard to stop and start again, in my opinion.
I agree with that. That's a long layoff of not playing. 2 weeks is a long layoff of not playing. Kids are conditioned, and you can lose that. You can lose that momentum that you had before the break, just for not playing. But I also know the idea that we took into our holiday tournaments is that eventually we're gonna have to win a tough road game. So what we wanted to do is give them as much experience in going into other environments and playing tough road games, just to get them prepared. Like for example, what I'm saying, everybody pretty much that have went to the White House in the last few years had to win a tough game on the road. You know what I'm saying?
That's big, bro.
Remember the Bartow Kathleen a few years ago at Walt? Bartow had to play them at Kathleen. Even Winter Haven a few years ago had to beat Lakeland at Lakeland. You know what I'm saying? And then, Lakeland had to go to Waikava last year. You know what I'm saying? You got to be prepared for those situations. And in order to do that, I think you have to play during the holidays.
I don't understand how you don't play. I just don't understand. I don't keep up with it till y'all talk about it in the group chat, but
yeah,
I don't understand how you don't play over the break.
And like you said, it's a great time for team bonding because during the school year you got school, you got practice, you got all this other stuff. Now you have a chance to do some type of team bonding activities. Like while you're out, I'm pretty sure you take your girls if you have an opportunity to do some cultural things, or something that they may not able to do here in Polk County when you take them to other places. I know we used to do things like that, especially in travel ball. We went to Atlanta. I used to take my kids to the MLK Center, something, just to show them something different.
Coach Brooks, how you doing, sir? Appreciate you tapping in with us tonight. Coach Pro, happy New Year to you as well. I mean, that's a good point. I guess, Coach Blicker, you got to kind of be, like I was saying, you got to be able to gauge your squad. And, if you feel like that's going to be more detriment, especially if you don't have any depth, you don't want to wear you guys out. So that's why I say I don't see a negative. It's just what that specific coach looks to get from it. But the only negative I see is you just not playing like at all. To me, it's like you running a race, and I take off running, and we both take off running, and then at 100-mile mark, 100-meter mark, whatever, you stop, I keep running. You get some water, you talk to somebody, you take off running again. It's gonna be hard for you to catch me because I never stop. You know what I mean? I don't know, but everybody got situations. So you have to kind of, I guess, gauge your squad. But if you playing, I just can't see nothing negative about it playing.
But to what Coach Blicker said, I'm pretty sure he'll never make that mistake again. You know what I'm saying? Coaches are human too. We do make mistakes sometimes when we do our scheduling sometimes. Like I know I did in 2012. We played Bartow on a Friday night and then had to get up Saturday morning, drive down to Miami and play a game. We just didn't have the energy for it, so I totally understand where he's coming from. And believe me, I learned from that mistake, would never make that mistake again. So, the type of tournaments that you get into, like a lot of people are going to the shootout format anyway, where you just playing games and not have that tournament style. I know they have in travel ball, and I think it's much better than the tournament style. That's just from a personal choice.
So what's your take as a coach? You're a coach, been a coach for a long time. What's your take on Coach Teslam's comment?
It comes with the territory. I mean, we know that coming in, what the demands and what it takes to have a successful program. So we know that already, what the sacrifice is. A lot of times I see many coaches bring their families with them, on these holiday trips. You know what I'm saying? Just make them a part of this particular team and culture. But that puts me on the soapbox that we should be paying our coaches more. You know what I'm saying? If it's not gonna come from Polk County School Board, then each school needs to have a booster club and specifically raise money to pay these coaches more for the sacrifices that they're making.
Yeah, I just say take your family with you. You signed up for it as a coach.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You sign up for coaching basketball. That's both semesters. On a sport, that's both semesters, and that's just part of the kind of like in college. The college team, they go play holiday tournaments, right? And so I just kind of come with the. I don't know if it's. I mean, maybe it's a huge sacrifice depending on who the coach you ask, but if you sign up to coach boys basketball, girls coach high school basketball, the season runs from November to March, right? At least November to February, even if you just make it to the district. I mean, that's the games you're playing. That's not, all the other stuff. But so that encompasses the holiday season.
And my thing, if you November to March or November to February, then you don't have a great program.
Yeah, I remember college.
Vested, yeah, it's so much time vested. I think it's more time vested outside of that November, February period than it is within it. When you start thinking about colleges now, especially like during the holidays, I remember going to see one of my kids in Puerto Rico. They be in the Cayman Islands, they be in the Bahamas, they be everywhere during the holidays. You know what I'm saying? So these kids are not, with their families, or the coaches are not with their families. And what I see is that the coaches bring their family with them, just use it as a vacation time.
Yeah, I remember in college we have a game before Thanksgiving that Wednesday. We have a game. Go home for Thanksgiving. You get to come back that Friday or Saturday. Christmas break, same thing. You get like a couple of days off over the week, and then you back at it, back practicing while everybody gone. So,
what about the teams in the college football playoffs or have New Year Day bowls? They may get a day, coach.
They get a day or two.
May get a day.
That's what you sign. Like I said, that's what you sign up for.
Sports is a business, man.
So, Coach, along your line, holiday tournaments. Let's do it. I can segue into last week recap. So we had some teams that decided to play, and I don't say most, but some teams that did well that did play. So first of all, start with the one. We had five teams that made it to the championship games of the tournament that they chose to go to, which was great. But then we only had Coach Schaffner. Happy New Year to you too, sir. Unfortunately, of those four, only one won the championship.
Thought it was two.
Oh, no.
Two. Well, two because Frostproof won. Okay, so first shout out to Winter Haven on winning the King of the Sun, back-to-back champs. Went up to Ocala and defended their crown. Won in overtime against St. Thomas Aquinas. That was a battle of two top 10 teams in the state. So shout out to them first, and then secondly, because we don't want nobody coming for us, shout out to the Frostproof Bulldogs on winning the Lake Placid tournament in the championship. Oh, I'm sorry, we had three. Sorry, Coach. Thank you, Coach Blake, for keeping us current. And then the third champion of the week was the Lakeland Dreadnoughts, who won the Holiday Hoop Fest.
They had two brackets.
Vieira of one bracket, a two bracket tournament.
Yeah, I was so confused on that. No, I still got it. Give me an understanding of the two brackets.
It's basically two tournaments in the one.
One.
Yeah, so you had one 18 bracket and you had another 18 bracket. So
those guys all won their championships. So shout out to like I say, Lakeland, Winter Haven, and Frostproof. Mulberry made it to the championship game of the Lake Placid tournament. McKeel made it to the championship game at the Gus Gibbs tournament in D-Land.
Shout out to Houston, Lake County. That's sausage in McKeel. Shout out to my boy Bill Perry. They beat Leesburg and they end up winning that. They ended up having to beat Leesburg in semis.
I knew you weren't gonna let that one go. I knew you weren't gonna let that one go. County, man. Hey, and well, you should. You supposed to catch it. I knew you weren't gonna let it go.
That's the county.
Yeah. So
I hate Houston, but I love the county.
Yeah, it's like when it's county, it's everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Coach Blicker, but they gave it to McKeel pretty good.
Blicker put the sausage in the Eustis, and then Leesburg blow you out, Blicker, beat you pretty good, and then Eustis came back and beat Leesburg. So that's interesting. Oh, I think they was missing players. I know Eustis was out. They had like 4 games where they didn't have players, or they was playing with JV. I don't think it was when Blicker played them though. Less than 10. Oh, yeah, I know they was missing players, so they really won together.
So, kind of okay. Shout out to Coach Eddie, sponsor for the Crying Towel. Appreciate you, Coach.
Yeah, he told. I think he had all his players when they played Blicker though.
Okay, so we got. Appreciate you again, Coach. Appreciate you again for your support with the Crying Tower and just everything we're doing. You and your wife and y'all company. So Coach Sessom said they was missing their starting five, the whole five for the games they lost.
Yeah, he told me they got into they left the bench in a game, so they suspended. So the 2 games they lost, besides the preseason tip off of the Blicker, they had to play JV players like Lake Gibson did because they left the bench.
And I think also Victory won the consolation.
He watching Blicker. He gonna watch. You already made the comment, so I'm sure he watching today. He gonna hope to see.
So yeah, so did I miss anybody? I don't want to miss nobody that made it to the championship or run up last week. So
didn't Lake Gibson make it to the championship or something like that?
That was the week before. I'm talking about this past. They made the first week. They made it to the championship game.
Oh, okay.
They didn't play this past week. Okay, right. So we got everybody. If we miss you, charge to our, what they say in the church, charge to our head, not to our heart. So earlier this week we posted something because we just, one day we had some time on our hands, so we went and just looked into the whole Max Preps thing. So as we about to get ready to start the second half of the season, we just want to have a quick conversation. I don't know if it'll be quick, but want to have a conversation about how the Max Prep stuff goes. Just for conversation, just for clarity, just so we all kind of hopefully we on the same page. I know there are some coaches that know a lot more about how that stuff works than others. So we may not have it all the way together, but we want to make sure that we Coach they played Mulberry played Frostproof. Frostproof beat Fort Meade and Frostproof beat Mulberry for the championship. Frostproof beat Fort Meade in the semis. But anyway, the first thing is it's interesting. Like when I was going and looking at writing stuff down and clicking on different teams, stuff on Max Preps. Max Preps quote, a direct quote from Max Preps says, "These rankings are composed through our complex, unbiased computer algorithm focused on strength of schedule and the data entered into Max Preps." So what they're saying is our data is based off of what's entered into our system. And as we have continually said on here, and we've gotten hit across the head for saying it, Max Preps is not accurate, not the system. It's not accurate off of the use of the system. So if Coach Billy D is putting his stuff in and I'm putting none of my stuff in and PG putting half his stuff in, there's no way for it to be straight across the board, not because of the system, but because of the folks that are charged with making sure they have the right information for their algorithm to work. So, and then once again, it's right off Max Prep. So they utilize a huge number of game results that are stored in the Max Prep database. So generally, the more a team wins, the higher the ranking. The system takes into account quality wins against other highly ranked opponents. Strength of schedule is the average of all the team's ratings, and the strength of schedule totally has to do with the opponent's ratings and not the team. And so, it's a formula that goes into it. And what we did was we just went right off Max Preps. We didn't look at record. We didn't look at Max Preps ranking. We just looked at how the numbers that they have for strength of schedule. Now, the number one ranked team in the state of Florida, strength of schedule, is Montverde, of course, right? And their strength of schedule on December 28th, the most recent information was 23.8. The first team in Florida, I'm not Florida, in Polk County is Winter Haven. They're overall ranked number 7 in the state, and their strength of schedule is 14.
Miss one.
No, I'm just going. So, but the number 1 team in the number 1 team in the county, strength of schedule wise, based off strength of schedule, is Victory at 19.3. But 23.8 to 19.3. So when you look at the strength of schedule just without what we do, the rankings become totally different. Because if you go off strength of schedule, the number 5 ranked team in the county is Jenkins overall. So when we're talking strength of schedule, the reason why we don't put a lot of stock in it, but that's not the end all for us, is not because of the algorithm, not because of the system, but because of the usage of how people use the system. Everybody does not use. Some coaches won't put their stuff in unless they win. And I know that for a fact because I'm up 5 a.m. looking. And obviously we're not in the business of publicizing it. Well, I'm not, so I'm not going to say who, but it becomes hard to make that a level playing field when everybody's not using it the way the people intended it. Any thoughts, PG?
Basically, it's irrelevant because they just got to guess off of who put this stuff in.
I think by a certain date, you have to have everything into max preps. I mean, and that's far as like wins and losses. Like a lot of people don't put their stats in, anything like that. But I do know it's like by a certain time you do have to have it in.
So how do we feel about max preps?
It's a resource. It's a tool. Like I said, we use it all the time just to go look at, see who had wins and losses, who they played. When we go to schedule, that's where we go to look at everybody's schedule and who they have coming up. I just think it's a resource and a tool. It's not an all end all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that strength of schedule, it has to be a factor. Like we can go 25-0, coach, but if we play the wheelchair lead, the deaf and the blind, and everything, those 25 wins are not quality wins. And then when we do get against somebody that's formidable in the district or the playoffs, we're not prepared. So like I said, it's a resource, it's a tool, it's a guide to kind of gauge on where people are at. Like me and my girls are going to Atlanta this coming up weekend, and we just got our schedule. So the first thing I did was go to Max Prep to see who those teams played and what the strength of schedule was to kind of gauge to see where we fit in at. So it's a resource and a tool that can be useful if everybody used it right.
Now, what we need to also, the disclaimer is that starting next month, the FHSAA is going to start releasing their weekly playoff rankings. And the FHSAA and Max Preps do not sync. So what you see on Max Preps very possibly could be totally different than what you see on FHSAA. So FHSAA factors in other things, and once again, they have a different algorithm. I know we've been a little technical, but they have a different algorithm than Max Preps does. Max Preps is factored in, but the weight is not as much because it's not like PC Gridiron said, it's unreliable, not the system. So we, once those drop, Coach Blicker say this week, once they drop, we will post them on the page to keep you all updated, because we try to make sure that we are providing information as quickly as possible so people can make sense of it. And then we feel like it's confusing, we'll get on here and talk about it. Just so we want to do our part to help to clear up the fog that is rankings and ratings.
But when Gainesville drop those numbers, coaches need to pay attention. They need to figure out where they fit at in that region. And really, it's about quality wins and losses, and strength of schedule here going out. If you are not in that top eight, you better figure out a way how to get in that top eight. If that's picking up, another opponent to raise your strength of schedule, then you have to do what you have to do. All right. So that top, when games are released, that please pay attention.
Please pay attention. Coach Brooks said, if coaches and players want their kids replaced in the midst of the who they need to take initiative and information, seeing how the rankings can get perfect fit. And so, and that's the thing, Coach Brooks. If we all use the system, it's a great resource. It's a great tool, but we don't always use the resource. And when, for example, somebody like Polk does a ranking, first thing we get hit with is where a team is at on match props. And we like, well, okay, that's great for match props, but we don't put as much stock in match props, not because of the system, but because we know that all the coaches is not being used across the board. So that becomes unfair, in my opinion, in our opinion, that we're using some criteria that everybody's not using. But we can go off of games, whether you won or lost. We can go off of if we saw you. We can go off of that stuff. That's it's hard to dispute that. But you don't have to put in that stuff if the game was seen and the performance happened. Anyway, that's our take. We just wanted to make sure we kind of at least spoke about it. I know we posted on the page, and there was some good conversation. So if you have a chance to go back and check it out, feel free. We're going to kind of transition from out of match preps as we're talking about district play starting because we're after the holidays. Before we do that, PG, you said this last week, and you said it a time or two before, and I wrote it down. I said I was going to write down to ask you, kind of to expand on it, to explain it more because it may help some of our student athletes. So you said the game comes easy to him. You said that a couple times by some guys. So when you say the game comes easy, what do you mean when you say the game comes easy to a player?
Just like everything that gets them the access of being able to score, understanding how to defend, knowing time management. It's just a flow. Like it's just IQ of organized basketball. Like a scorer knows when and when not to, how to turn it off and turn it on, how to get other people involved. It's so many ways to explain it. When to guard the best players, understanding how to be time management, have time management of how many minutes you're playing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ways to look at it. But like I used to play, honestly, my senior year in high school with Scott, I used to play 32 minutes. I'm probably average like 30 minutes a game. So being in times, I would not sit there for 32 minutes knowing I'm averaging 22 points a game, try to guard the best player for all 32 minutes. But in crunch times, I knew when to turn it on and have to guard that best player, or when to get my player teammates involved, and when I need to take over the game. Looking at the time and knowing like how important it is to get to the free throw line, to get try to get yourself and get going. It's just,
can that be coached? Can that be coached or taught?
It can be coached because like that's conversation and also film study. Like you learn how to manage yourself as playing by learning how to understand the game. So yeah, I think it can be taught. Honestly, it's a valuable thing that you're supposed to sit down with your coach and understand the flow of the game. Because some great players, they'll say they shoot too much and they don't get other people involved. They don't let other people get off. You know what I'm saying? So then you got to have that conversation with your coach. And they'll break down situations where you could be important to the team. So yeah, I think it can be taught.
Okay.
Coach,
yes, sir. You up in, Coach?
I think the biggest thing that I took from PG's answer is preparation. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to prepare for those situations that he talked about. And for one, your effort, your mentality, your the speed that you play at, practice needs to be that way or even harder. You know, so you are conditioning your body to play a certain way. You can't go through the motions in practice and then think you're just gonna turn it on once you get out there in the game. It just don't work like that. It's very few special people that can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to prepare yourself. You got to spend that time shooting in the gym. You know, working on your ball handling. You know what I'm saying? Doing your ball handling against ball pressure. You know, and that's where coaching comes in. You got to condition, your team. You got to condition yourself to be prepared for those particular situations. All right, so that's why I know it can be coached. Like,
Yeah.
people, you know, want to give compliments on things that I have done, but I can tell you right now, coach, it's from me learning from my failures. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna make those same mistakes that I made beforehand. When those situations come up, I was like, okay, well, I did this the last time and it didn't work for me. So I need to try something different. You know what I'm saying? But because if you continue to do the same thing and you get the same result, definition of insanity. So it's important that you learn from those mistakes. We talked about, end of the game situations. Like you shouldn't be just pulling yanking threes, you up 10, with 2 minutes left. Like everything
Yeah.
should
Time
be lay
management.
well, yeah, everything should be layups and free throws. You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
your
But
two greatest teachers. I think your two greatest teachers are your coach and film.
experience.
Coach and
It's
Phil.
just like life, though. You know what I'm saying? Experience. You know what I'm saying? If you don't learn from your mistake, you're destined to make it again.
Like I sent, I don't know if I sent it to you guys. I think I sent it to the group that me and Mike and Barnes are in. I might have sent it to both of y'all. If I didn't, it got sent to me. Doc Rivers was on the show with what's his name? Matt Barnes and what's the
Coach
other guy name?
Steven Jackson.
Steven
Steven
Jackson.
Jackson. No, no, no. He was on the show with Garnett and Pierce on their
Okay.
podcast. All right. So I probably didn't send it to y'all. And they were talking about how great LeBron is. And they were talking about how good LeBron was coming into the league. Like he was good, right? But they know he became great and became a student of the game is when he went to Miami. The first time they played against LeBron, he was calling out their sets. And as the coaches, the assistant coach looked at Doc Rivers and said, "We in trouble. we in trouble now." Like he don't not only be he not only is a great player out there playing it, but he became a student of the game. And I know for me, that's how I learned to play basketball. Like me and Mike them would honestly watch college basketball games. We would record them and we would watch them over the weekends. It was just something we did after we played or before we went and played. We would put those videos in and we would watch those games. And it just taught me how to understand organized basketball. Taught you spacing. It taught you how to set picks and all that. It's just a lot of stuff that you learn from the film study. But just imagine when you start understanding what your coach is saying and how they break it down to you, and you get out there and you do everything the correct way. It just
That's
helps you in the game.
that's when it all makes sense. So,
Yeah.
okay. But I just wanted to,
That's
have
the
that
way.
conversation on the air because um we trying to educate so we can help hopefully.
Kids don't watch college. I mean, I don't even watch college basketball no more, so I can't tell you how different the game is. But I know now these kids these days they don't film study. You know what I'm
So
saying? That's what my tumor take was gonna be about. Um, just a message to the kids. Like I saw this the other podcast that had uh, what's the shooter name from Duke Barnes?
JJ
J
Redick.
JJ Reddick, and how his routine of training during the summer was, and how important it was. Like he set to his set he set a set of time management of what he do throughout his whole workout. And part of his workout was his first. He did multiple workouts in the summer. Well, his first workout, he couldn't finish that workout until he made 320 shots, making shots from every part of the gym, every part from the baseline in and out. He had to make so many shots to the wing in and out, top of the key in and out, dribble one dribble pull up, two dribble pull up. He did that at every spot, going to the right and left, to where it was like 320 shots he had to make before he could even.
I actually
You
saw
saw
that.
that one?
Yeah, it was 342 shots. It was 20 spots on the floor. He
Yeah.
had his whole entire day planned out, where he
Yeah.
wake up, have breakfast, work out, lift weights. He had a nap in that schedule, work out again, dinner. He had everything planned out to a T, and it was a routine.
And that's a 10 to 15 year career at the next level. So imagine like us telling these kids how hard they have to work now. Kids get in the gym now, bro, and if they know how to dunk, they working on dunking. Kids ain't working on those situations of game situations or taking that many shots before they even go through a full second part of what the workout is. Kids ain't looking at their weaknesses and saying, okay, I can't go to my left. Let me work on that, because they getting hyped from other kids, and then they realize that it's kids out there that they got to play against that's just that much better because they're waking up doing that.
I talk to Amari like all the time, especially this summer, coaching his son and some kids in the county. When he was on the dream team with Polk, he tells a story that he walked into the weight room at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. I'm gonna get in here early, get my workout on, and then go to the gym and get some shots up. Man, he said Kobe was already in there, was in there at 3, was dripping sweat in the weight room. You know what I'm saying? And like Kobe, like, what time you get in? He's like, Young Buck, I got in here at 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to pick, your regimen up if you want to be great or whatever. And then
Yep.
there, he went to the gym for 2 hours. And this all before practice, folks. This all before they had practice. It was just his personal workout schedule. Just to sit there and listen to, them type of stories. Like, I did not know, talking to Amari, I found out that after the game, they have to either lift weights or do cardio according to how tough the game was. I had no clue that NBA are doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's mandatory for them to lift weights or do cardio. If it wasn't a tough game where they played a lot of minutes, they have to do cardio after the game. You know what I'm saying? So, we talk about them earning, them millions of dollars, but, they're taking their body through it to be at a peak level.
That's tough. That's tough. But like you said, that's the life you show. That's the grind. But that's interesting though. That's good for the kids to hear that. So, quick recap on the districts. 7A, you got Ridge in the 7A 9 district, Ridge, GJ, Haines City, Winter Haven. I guess the question in that one is are we in agreement who's playing for second place?
Jenkins and I think Jenkins and Winter Haven are playing the district championship. You said Ridge, Haines City, Jenkins, and Winter Haven?
Yeah, Ridge, Jenkins, Haines City, Winter Haven. Yes, sir. I mean, they got Plant City Red there too, but they're the Polk County team.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I got Jenkins and Winter Haven in the championship of that game. But it's definitely everybody playing for second place.
Coach.
I agree. Winter Haven's gonna run away with that district. We don't know how good the Hillsborough County teams. I just looked up Durant. They 10-3.
Oh,
they play to make it the championship game, and
they did last year. They had a decent team. Remember, they gave
no, I'm saying they just made the championship game at the Lakeland thing this past weekend, right? They were at Lakeland in the holiday hoop fest.
I have no clue, bro. I just saw a bunch of teams.
It's like, what is going on? Like, What is
Yeah.
doing?
You really don't know how strong those teams are. Like I said, Durant is 10-3, but their strength of schedule is not very high. So it could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised only one team come out of that district and make the playoffs, and that'll be Winter Haven.
Oh,
Even if you're second place, it don't mean nothing.
So I don't think the second place team is going to actually make the playoffs.
But with what's the name's strength of schedule, do they have a shot?
Who?
Jenkins.
They're
no,
gonna,
they ain't got the wins.
they're gonna have to win.
Okay.
They ain't getting the wins. But I can see them beating all the Polk County teams.
The thing is with Jenkins though, they're some of the games that they're losing are close.
Really,
I know they'll get players back after the semester.
That's why I'm picking.
but okay, because I know Reg knocked off Jenkins already earlier.
Jenkins ain't had their old team.
Okay. All right, 6A. Bartow, Kathleen, Lake Gibson, Lakeland, Liberty, St. Cloud. Yeah, district run up.
Bartow wins that district.
District run up.
Lakeland wins, comes in second.
Bartow, C, and Lakeland run up.
I agree that's going to be the district championship, but I think that district championship game can go either way. My thing is, I think that's another situation where only one team potentially comes out.
I disagree with you on that. I know you saying either way. I think the battle test of these games that Bartow playing would give them an advantage.
Understand, but we know that Lakeland plays great at home, so I think where that game is played at plays a factor.
Is
I agree with that.
Is Lake Gibson a wild card? Lake Gibson already knocked off Lakeland,
and they can knock anybody off. Like I said, I think that district is wide open. I don't
say they can beat Bartow, but I think they can beat Lakeland again.
It's not a slam dunk for that district for anybody, if you ask me.
Man, I just coaching wise, I just see you boil down to it. McGriff he'll be better prepared than everybody else.
And this is the time of year where his team start turning it around.
Yeah, I just think that when it gets down to that, like I think somebody said McGriff was at every game Lakeland played the other day. He was in the gym, even while he was in the tournament.
That's what McGriff does now. He prepared well. I know when I was coaching against him, he used to be in my gym more than I did. I was thinking like,
yeah,
hey, I used to go scout him, and he running my out of bounds plays. But I mean, we laugh about
neither one are raising in the hell after district, but I think that I got Lakeland Bartow in the championship game.
Okay, but you think it's gonna be a quick entrance appearance in the playoffs?
I just don't. I mean, they ain't got neither one of them got player like a player that could change the game. Right now, we ain't talking about neither one of them with a player that could change the game. To go to Orlando or have to play against Orlando teams, I don't know. Hopefully we're wrong. We ain't talking about no players from neither one of them like that. Like they got a player. Like we got different other teams that we're saying have a player. Like you know what I'm saying. You go McKill, you say Sessom. You go Santa Fe, you got the Darner kid. You got Victory, you got LJ. You got Winter Haven, you got JP and Isaac and Zach, the other kid. Lakeland, who you talking about? Can change the game. Bartow, who you talking about can change the game. We still hearing people talking about the guards. You know what I'm saying? So like last year we was like, oh, Lakeland, you say Hardy. So you ain't
saying you're not having the same conversation.
Yeah, we ain't having that conversation yet. It could change. Now the kid that transferred went to Chicago, you probably would have said that, but right now I just don't. Okay. Man, I ain't heard Trey name since we've been talking basketball. Have y'all talked about Trey in the regular season since we've been talking basketball? Blicker, the first person. Blicker, you the first person to bring up that name.
And another thing is when submitting stats and stuff, You know, nobody they're not jumping out with their stats. You know what I'm saying? That they're doing great.
Stats. I ain't seen Trey name get posted. Even when he ain't seen the stats, I ain't heard nothing about Trey.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong? I ain't trying to be the bad. I ain't trying to just be talk like we talking about the kid, but I ain't seen no stats. Like
Good water.
they don't play 5 games. They don't play 5 of these games. I still ain't heard Trey name in one of them 6 games. Have y'all?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay.
I'm with you. I haven't heard either, sir. Okay, so what about 5A7? This is a lot of Polk County teams too. So we got Lake Wells, Davenport, Arbondale, Gateway, Jones, Lake Buena Vista, Lake Region. District champ, district run up.
You said Lakewell, Davenport,
Arbondale, Gateway, Jones, Lake Buena Vista, Lake Region.
Jones versus Jones. I think Jones will make it. And from the county, if I think we're gonna give somebody a chance, it's gonna either be man, I think that's Lake Region Davenport would be a good game.
Coach, you lean back. I guess you got Coach. You got to abstain from this one because of the day or your day job.
No, Coach. They're gonna. My kid's gonna be at me regardless. You know, they use me as motivation or support, depends on what I say. If you asked me at the beginning of the year, I would have said Davenport and Lake Region in the championship.
In the championship game over Jones?
Over Jones. Because I know Jones wasn't as tough as they were last year. They lost some kids. All right. If you look at Jones' schedule, they started out struggling. Even in the Lakeland tournament, they lost their first game. They're not as good as they were last year. But again, coming in, they could be playing well at the right time. That Sebring game.
Who lost to in the Lakeland tournament?
I
know they lost the first night. Who was it?
I think Port St. Lucie.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
I would love to see a Lake Region versus Davenport. I would probably attend that one.
If you asked me that in the beginning of the year, because I had seen Jones, I would have said Lake Region and Davenport. But
didn't Jones win the tournament though?
They did.
How the hell you lose a game and win the tournament? I'm so confused on this tournament, man. Explain this to me.
Yeah.
How you lose a game and win a tournament?
I only can go off secondhand information. I know Polk who got the whole story.
Somebody provide it then, because I'm confused right here.
Well.
Oh wait, I ain't talked to y'all, so I'm trying to get an answer. Like, how the hell you lose a game? You just said they lost the first game. I looked up the other day, yesterday. You said congratulations to Jones and Lakeland for winning the tournament, but you just told me they lost the first game.
I'm gonna just tell you the call that I received and the information that I received.
Thank you.
So you got these two tournaments, right? One team dropped out. Lake Wells took the spot of one of the teams that was in there, right? So,
okay.
All right. So basically, you have the 18 tournament. You know, if you win, you go one way. You lose, you go the other way, right? So, from my understanding, Lake Wells won against somebody. They were supposed to play Sebring in the semifinal, and basically said they wasn't going to play.
Huh?
They said that is what I was told. No, they're not in the same district. I know they played each other like a week and a half ago, and I know they play each other basically when they get back.
Wait a minute, man. Hold on. You can tell somebody no, you don't want to play somebody in a tournament.
What that back in the day? What they used to say? You bought the fade.
Like I said, that's just what I was told.
All right, y'all confusing me again. You could tell somebody you in a tournament, you win a game, you supposed to play somebody who's like more of sort of a rival because they part of the county, and you say no, you don't want to play them.
That happens at Christmas time all the time. So that happens a lot. People go to a tournament and win and say, I want to play. What's the point? I mean,
what's the point of
I guess I ain't coached in a while. And and I be told all the time I'm the media. So in my limited understanding, when you go to a tournament, the tournament suggests competition, right? And you're trying to win. So if you win,
basically you telling me if Victory makes it to the championship game against Winter Haven, after Winter Haven don't beat them by 30, they say, oh, we don't want to play them at the Kingdom of the Sun.
Just imagine this scenario though. Sebring, which is the team, Princeton, Coach Harris, he won his game, and he ended up having to play a team from across town, and got beat.
Hold on. What you mean across town? What you mean like?
Because you had two tournaments, so it's like to give you a visual, okay? You got a tournament, Holiday Hoop Fest at Lakeland High School.
I got that. I got the two tournaments. I understand two tournaments.
You got Holiday Hoop Fest at Mount Dora, that's hosted by Mount Dora High School.
Okay.
So in Lakeland tournament on Friday or Wednesday, whenever the game was played, two teams play. Team win. The team that wins say, no, we don't want to play Sebring. So the team that lost in Mount Dora will play. Even though they lost, comes to Lakeland and beats Sebring, and now they end up winning.
No, Sebring automatically gets the forfeit from the Lake Wells not wanting to play them, so that advances them to the next round. They're just playing a game. Because the team that lost is in the losers bracket. They already on loss. So Jones lost, came back and played Sebring and beat Sebring.
Yes.
The game is a forfeit because Lake Wells decided not to play. So Lake Wells gave Sebring the extra win. Sebring just playing the game for the number. They automatically should have moved on. So that does it. So Sebring loses the next game and then they get knocked out. That don't add up.
Hence the reason. Here's the segue to the new shirt sponsored by Coach Billy D. Never thought I'd see the day.
Hey man, shout out to our fans, man. I received this for Christmas. I never thought I'd see the day. Don't
that make sense what I'm saying? So if Lakewood forfeits that game, no matter what, I don't care how you schedule the game to play, Sebring gets the W. So they cross you sent somebody from the losers bracket. Was they in the they already lost, they just getting the game.
No, you got somebody from the loser bracket in a whole nother tournament.
Oh, well, I'm lost. I'm confused.
It was from the other bracket.
The losing team Jones was not in the same tournament as Sebring. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. I knew that was coming. I'm surprised it took that long.
All right, man. So
hold on. So Sebring was in the same bracket as Lakeland.
No. Jones, no. Well, I guess Jones was in the bracket with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In the same bracket, they just lost, and then they moved on.
No, that can't happen, bro. That don't supposed to happen. Sebring supposed to got that W.
They were okay. So
yeah, they lost no matter what game they played. They just played an extra game. They just don't. They just play an extra game, bro. I mean, Lake Wells. So you had Lake Wells, Jones, Sebring, Lake Region, all them in the same bracket,
Yes, sir.
the same tournament side, and
Yes,
Lakeland is on a whole nother tournament side.
yes.
All
So
right.
all them teams was in Mount Dora. Lakeland was at Lakeland.
Yeah, that Sebring got screwed over big time. I bet Coach Princeton ain't going back there no more.
So Coach Junior, he's saying no to what is he saying no to? No, it wasn't. What we missed, Coach Junior on Coach Lake Wells coach. So maybe you can provide some context.
And Junior got to explain that how he said he don't want to play Sebring. How he just forfeit a game and mess up the whole bracket.
We'll wait for you to type it up, Coach, if you want to. If not, that's fine. We'll do the
Like,
Jeopardy thing.
give context of another situation that Coach Jones talked about Auburndale and Winter Haven. Back in '95, Bartow and Lake Wells had a similar situation where we played each other 5 times that year. Bartow won 3 times, we won 2. So we ended up playing in the holiday tournament and championship game. They beat us. They beat us in the district championship. So we won the regional championship in order to go to Tallahassee for state. If the chips fall that way, we had to play the game, and we played the game.
You get in the tournament together, it's possible. It's gonna happen. It's just that's the rules of it. They call it the movie called Rules of Engagement. It's gonna happen, bro. I'm confused like ever.
Yeah, Coach Pruitt, 95, we played each other 5 times. Bartow won 3 of those times. We only won 2. We just won the one to go to Tallahassee.
Yep, I was in that. No, I was in that. No, I wasn't in that. That was the year we got upset in district. And Tavares went because the year before that we lost to Bartow.
Okay.
Y'all beat them again, right? Y'all beat them 2 years in a row, 94 and 95.
Yeah, 94 and 95. Yeah. But 95, they were really good. They were pretty much the favorite to go.
Yeah, we played them earlier. We played them in a tip-off in 95. We came down to Bartow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bartow was really good. Coach D always talk about that particular game because we end up losing to Reebok in overtime in the championship game by like 1.
Coach Mike having some flashback. Triangle and 1, huh? Triangle and 1. They came out with the.
Man, Mike, we're not gonna talk about that gym y'all played in back then. That little student section in the corner.
Oh man,
talk truth, boy. You had to be able to get out of it,
bruh. I know. The year after y'all left, I played up there. So
in that Christmas tournament, you could play in the Christmas tournament.
Oh, actually, Coach Scott and Coach John were really good friends. So we had we played at home one year, and we had to go up there my senior year and play.
Oh, boy.
And then we actually played them again in a Christmas tournament in Jacksonville. So
did y'all beat them? That's the year they went 29-3 or something like that.
We beat them. The next year in '98 is when they won the state.
Oh, so y'all was one of them 3 losses then, because they lost to Reebok that '97. Y'all went up there and won.
Yeah. But you talking about hostile environment, but that junk was hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duval.
I'm glad y'all got a new gym.
The East Child Cane Dome. So
this
junior,
crazy, bro. I've only been in that gym one time.
The new gym?
For a ceremony.
There go Coach Junior response, PG. So
I don't understand. I get that because you did say that they got brought into the tournament at the last minute, but I still the whole tournament just seemed like it was kind of messed up when the team pulled out because you brought somebody in and this is what I say about this is coaching. This comes from the coaching when I be talking about the rivalries and all that, like how you don't want to play this is it. Like you don't want to play your person in your district. You avoiding playing. Oh, I ain't gonna play in the person because we're in the same district. What happened to the rivalries? What happened to the Lake Wells Haines City 2 games, home and away? Only rival we get right now, y'all know, is Auburndale and Winter Haven in this county. Because of that type right there, what Junior just said. Lake Wells played Bartow 1 time, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Oh, you get Lakeland Kathleen. They play each other twice. They always play each other 2 times, but
They only playing one time this year.
one time this year.
One time, Lakeland Kathleen, one time.
Why is that?
I'm gonna just tell you what the schedule said. They only on one time. Yeah, contracted with law, so they have to play.
I would hope so. They need to contract all them rival games. Lake Wells, Kathleen, back in the day used to be them games used to be fun to watch.
Junior say they play Bartow twice. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So we back to district crystal ball prediction. We'll say it that way. In other words, too hard to say. District 5A10. We only got one area team in it, but that's Sebring. Then in the district with Braden River, Boca Ciega, St. Pete, Parish, and Southeast.
They won't make it out. You said St. Pete Gibbs?
No.
I give St. Pete High.
Oh, I heard they're not as good this year.
Yeah, I heard that.
I like Sebring to make it out.
I like Sebring to make it out too because those kids from Parish went to what's the team Bartow just played in Tampa?
Berkeley Prep.
Yeah,
Sebring from Parish went over there.
I thought it was Gibbs. Nope.
I think Sebring has a good chance.
Yeah.
All right, 4A7. A lot of more Polk kind of teams. Mulberry, Lake Highland Prep, Bishop Moore, Tenor Rock, Discovery, McKeel.
Lake Highland Prep and Bishop Moore. I don't see nobody in the county making it out. Nobody.
Coach.
You heard me first.
You heard my co-host. Say it one more time, Coach.
Nobody.
Mulberry, Lake Highland Prep, Bishop Moore, Tenor Rock, Discovery, McKeel.
No. Lake Highland Prep will win that district. McKeel won't come out because I don't think their strength of schedule will be high enough.
No, that thing was 0. What we read the other day. They're playing for W's.
Like James Winston, huh?
Yeah.
No, I ain't got no against Mulberry. I don't see Mulberry knocking off Jones or not Jones, but Bishop Moore, Lake Highland Prep. Mulberry's schedule probably negative 10, ain't it?
I don't know. I can tell you. Give me a second. I can tell you what it was as of December 28th. It was negative 5.2. I mean, negative 5.2. Yeah.
Okay, so what's gonna make you change it in that district? All them playing weak teams.
Bro, they have to win it in order to get to the playoffs. Like I said, McKeel started out well. They done lost 4 games so far. Like they would have to win pretty much 20 games in order to get in if they don't win a district. That means they only have room enough to win one more game.
Bishop Moore plays Santa Fe, so they can get a little preview. So Blicker think that Discovery McKeel can't got a shot, y'all.
Coach Blicker must have hung out with McGriff during the Christmas break. That's the same type of conversation McGriff be having. Hyping up Polk kind of teams. Imagine
like I said, they have to win it, Coach. If they don't win it, they're not getting in based on strength of schedule.
Compete and winning is 2 different things.
Is Lake Highland Prep?
You still won the game.
Is Lake Highland Prep the same Lake Highland Prep that they have been?
They not. They're down, but they still Lake Highland Prep. They still formidable. I think they still better.
Is McKeel a new team that is surprising y'all? Like they can compete now?
Not to beat Lake Highland Prep.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Lake Highland Prep right now is 9-2, and they just beat Mainland on Friday. And Mainland returned most of their kids from last year that went to the state championship.
Okay. So it's an uphill battle is what we're saying.
Coach.
One of us said uphill battle. One of us said it ain't a chance. But I mean, if we look at it, Santa Fe beat. They got him prep, and McKill took Santa Fe down to the last second.
Man,
I hear what you're saying. I said, I hear what you're saying. Sound good.
It sounds great. That's all you can say. It sound.
All right. So 4A District 10. Couple teams, area teams we cover. We got Booker, Avon Park, Lake Placid, Hardy, Bayshore, DeSoto.
Man, next.
Yeah, cut my camera off on that.
Hey man, we have to at least say it, man, because y'all was talking about district people, y'all ain't even say talk about our district. So anyway, here we go. We got 3A District 10. We got this is a lot of teams in this district. Lakeland Christian, Sefner Christian, Bell Creek, New Dimensions, Four Corners, Fort Meade, Frostproof, Santa Fe.
I see Bell Creek and Santa Fe in the championship again, but I think Santa Fe gonna get them this time.
Is Frostproof a dark horse with Rosado?
Boy, stop.
Coach, you feel the same way?
What you say now?
I say is Frostproof a wild card sleeper type team with That's what I get. Okay.
Yeah, you trying to not, bro.
Hey,
Santa Fe gonna beat by 20.
I
told you last week when Frankie got on here talking that trash, Blicker wrote everything down in his notes.
Bro,
he ready to bet you. Well, he must have missed that one, unless you bet someone that see it.
Winter gonna beat Columbus.
He want to bet you on Winter Haven beating Columbus. Frankie, I know you missed it. Yeah, he said it early on.
Man, please, man. Frankie, all cap.
Crazy. He 305 though. So which one he repping? 305. He going with the county now.
Yeah, I know. I ain't see that. Frankie, boy, we gonna block you from coming on here talking about Winter Haven gonna beat Columbus.
And we don't have to do District 288 because we know Victory ain't nobody in that district gonna beat. But we'll say it because since the other day we got said that we don't what y'all think we're a team. So just for the sake of the district is Moorhaven, Victory, All Saints, Legacy Charter, Oasis, City of Life, and Ridgeview Global.
Man, come on, man.
Who said we didn't think there was a team?
All Saints. They came out.
All Saints ain't a team. Everybody in here lick their chops. They playing All Saints. What you talking about?
He said like we act like they ain't a team. Like we sizing them tight. That's the way they do. That's the way I took it.
I am sizing them. When I say you playing 7 games against All Saints, you playing 7 games against All Saints. Ain't nobody gonna be worried about no All Saints. Come on, man.
Hey, man. I just gotta put it out there, man. So
you got threats from All Saints?
Hey.
Did you get threats from All Saints? What's their record?
Boy, I'm about to look.
I know Coach already halfway there. I already know that.
Yeah, man. Come on. You getting threats from All Saints, man. Nobody talking about All Saints. What in the world? Against Victory? Who talking about All Saints against Victory? Come on, man.
Practice. All right, man. So,
bro, they only got 4 games in Max Reps, bro.
As we
talking about, man, come on, man. All Saints is trash.
And
laughing stock of the county, man.
As we transition,
dude, Frankie needs my cash out because I want that money early.
Hey, yeah, Coach. They size Polk straight on the page, man. They straight coming from. They know I'm not choosing violence no more in my latter years.
Running clock versus Victory. That'll be a running clock.
Okay, well, that's what the people said. That's what the people say, man. We were
Tell
on
the team to say running clock.
Oh man,
That's
so
their new name, running clock. We ain't gonna even call them all saying no more. And they go and get victory. It's victory versus running clock.
victory. All right, so on the road from last week, man. Want to make sure we kind of recognize some of the young men who had some great performances last week. We had a lot of them actually. So Jadarian Thomas Red, 17 points versus Gainesville. Tate Major, Lakeland, 22 points, 16 rebounds versus Gulf. Pat Dennis, 16 points, 10 rebounds versus Gulf. Sylvester Little from Sebring had a triple-double against Lake Region, 21 points, 14 rebounds, 12 blocks. Isaac Salazar was named the tournament MVP back-to-back years at Kingdom of the Sun for Winter Haven. Jamie Phillips Jr. and Zay Mosley, kind of talked about him last week, so maybe he heard the show. But he made our tournament team up at Kingdom of the Sun, him and JP both.
Who did?
Zay and Jamie. Remember last week we said we hadn't heard it? You said you hadn't heard it.
We hadn't heard anything, so that's good. I mean, we all feel like that kid was the number 3 top 4 players in the county. We hadn't heard. I'm glad we woke him up.
He heard it. Because he
listen, before you name any other player, now you just named 2 Lakeland players, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Was one of them named Trey?
No, sir. We're gonna mention another Lakeland player in a minute too. So his name ain't Trey.
Not Trey.
Not Trey.
Okay, so Blicker the only one giving that hype to my Trey was doing this and that. We still waiting to hear from Trey. We had Trey in the top 15, right?
Yeah, in the top 15. So Scooter Cloud won the MVP for the Lakeland bracket of the Holiday Food Fest. Alex Sessoms from McKill and Axel Acevedo was named all-tournament team at the Gus Gibbs turn in DeLand, and Sebastian Rosado and some pretty good freshmen in Frostburg, apparently, Terrell Berry. They were both named co-MVP for the Lake Classic tournament. So
both of them left Lake Wells before the season. Those were the 2 kids that left.
That's the freshman that was at Lake Wells last year. That he's sophomore now.
He was at Frostproof last year as an 8th grader. He went up to Lake Wells as a freshman and left right before the season.
So what happened to the freshman from Lake Wells last year? He was like the best 8th grade. He was the best freshman.
He's at Lakeland.
He's not playing?
No.
He makes his debut next week.
Oh, he was ineligible.
He makes his debut next week.
That's a boost for Lakeland.
He makes his debut next week. Yes, sir. That'll be a boost for Lakeland.
Yeah, that boy can play.
Yeah. So, a couple shout outs. LJ scored his 2,000 point this past week and from victory, and Mike Andino scored his 1,000 point. Yeah, Emmanuel, you see what he be doing, Mr. Coach? I'm trying to, say it one way. He just that's why it works.
Oh, we gonna talk. I mean, I'm gonna ask because I thought he was at
Yeah. He was at but he will be available.
Who are the kids that's gonna be available at Jenkins? Because Jenkins got 2 of them.
Both should be that player availability.
Hey man, you're ineligible, man. Hey. What you talking about, man? The streets gonna say you ineligible, man. Y'all talking player availability. What we talking about, man?
Hey man, Coach Prince is still on, man. I would schedule Lake Region for the rest of the year if Sylvester gonna keep getting triple doubles against them. Bro, that's 2 times. That boy done had double-digit blocks like that. He had 14 the first time they played, and just had 12. The big kid for Sebring.
That's why Lake Wells ain't want to play him. Then he put some sausage in Lake Wells the first time.
Bro,
that's why Lake Wells ain't want to play him.
That kid had a triple-double against Lake Region.
So what he had against Lake Wells? For Lake Wells to say we ain't playing him again.
Bruh. What he put in him, bruh?
Super sausage. You got scared to play them, man. What Coach Princeton got over there, but it's scared to play this man. The Lake Wells and Sebring in the same district.
No.
So why they wouldn't play? That's what I'm saying. It was a blowout. It was a kid that getting triple doubles.
Stephen was in there with St. Pete and all them schools on the West
I
Coast.
don't be paying attention, man. We start naming schools, man. I'm like,
too attention, man. By thinking about long as my fingernail, man.
Man, Stephen is not in the district with nobody from the county. They're in there by themselves.
So Lake Wells didn't want double sausage. That's basically what it is. And he didn't want to take no loss because he didn't play Sebring either, right?
They want that double. They want that double decker, huh? Oh man,
that's what we taking from this, right? That Sebring gave Lake Wells a double sausage the first time, super sausage the first time, and then they're gonna come back with it again. So that's why they pulled out and say we don't want no problem. Sound like Madden football, bro. You know, we play Madden. You know, you can't beat somebody. Hey, I ain't playing nothing now. No, you can play. Oh, man. Shout out to Sebring.
Shout out to the Sebring Blue Streets, man. Shout out to Coach Harris, man. Appreciate you. Always supporting us, man. Couldn't do it without you. Anyways, yeah, Sebring, that was a tough scenario, man. But yeah, man, them people. So segue into the top 10 for the week, man. The last top 10 of 2023.
There go this trash.
We going
Come on, Frankie. Come on in. We got a Christmas.
We're going from 10 to 1, man. We're going from 10 to 1. Star number 10, the winners of the Lake Placid. No, I'm tough, man. Getting it for both. Not even getting that thing for both sides, man. So, number 10, they 7-2 right now. Just won a Lake Placid tournament and Frostproof Bull. Frostproof Bulldogs, man. Shout out to the Bulldogs for winning this Lake Placid tournament. Number 9, the winners of the Lakeland side of the man. Tough, they say you come in the world by yourself, and you liable to walk out by yourself too. You know, you come in.
So listen to what you just said.
Yes,
shout out to you said to the number 9 team, the Lakeland side, the Lakeland version of the tournament.
Hey, we trying to connect the dots, make it. We trying to paint a picture. You know, it was a Lakeland bracket.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So Lakeland won the side. So Lakeland checks in number 9. It's just I just keep setting myself up for these hits tonight, man. So number 9, Lakeland Dreadnoughts. Number 8 is they didn't play last week, but a couple teams lost, so you lose, you move up. Lake Gibson Braves. Number 7, they didn't play last week either. They made it to the championship game the week before as well, so they moved up a spot. We have the Davenport Broncos holding steady at number 6. One that they came in second, running up at the Gus Gibbs of D-Land this weekend. McKeel. Number 5, they did not play last week, so they kind of held steady. Discovery. Number 4 just lost in the championship game up in Panama City. 7-3, Jordan Christian Prep. 3, consolation champs for the Kingdom of the Sun. Victory. Number 2, they did not play last week. Holding steady at number at 9-2. 7. And back.
I don't agree with. Victory made it to the championship game in the consolation. So they lost one game, right? And Sebring, they lost one game, and Santa Fe didn't play none this second week.
Right. But Santa Fe was number 2 last week, though.
Yeah, I don't care.
You think they should have dropped even though they didn't play? And Santa Fe victory lost. Okay, that's your.
We y'all two. It's 2 against 1 on it, but I'm gonna tell the world.
Yeah. Keep it a buck. We know that's what you do. Okay.
Victory number 2.
So a disputed number 2. It's not unanimous. You know, as they do the polls every week. You have the AP.
They ain't get my vote.
And
Why Santa Fe ain't play? Why Santa Fe ain't play this week?
Coach just said earlier. He said he played a bunch of games in 2020 and they wore him out. So he tried a different strategy this year. So he's trying to rest his guys, rest his horses. I just keep lying. I just keep walking right into it, man. I just like a pain freak tonight, man. Woo, you're a pain freak tonight, Coach. I know. Hey, Coach Breville, I keep walking into these things, don't it, man? It's like on purpose. It's like that what you call it? That commercial where the sliding glass door is look like it's so clean you don't even know it's a door there. And you just keep running into it. That's why I just keep running to that sliding glass door. So I'm gonna try to do a little better. So going to games this week. We got 6 games that we spotlighting this week. Right now, the PG leads the for the year. He's at 21-4. Coach and I are at 20-5. So on Thursday night, District 6A7 matchup, Bartow at Lakeland.
I like Bartow.
When is it again?
When? Thursday. Do I got it wrong? Is it at Lakeland? I thought I got it. I wrote down at Lakeland, but I might be wrong. It might be at Bartow.
I like Bartow.
That's important. It's Thursday. Is it at Lake? Is that Lakeland, right? That's what I wrote down. So I might have it wrong though. So make sure I'm because that to me that makes a difference. Who has the home game? To me, that makes all the difference. Who has the home game?
I'm taking Bartow.
You got Bartow, okay. If it's a home game, I like Lakeland. I like the home team. Let me say it that way. I like whoever the home team is. Miss Shaw checks in with a nice little lob, nice little jam. Nice little jam. You see it, Coach?
Yeah, man.
PG. Oh man.
Tell the truth.
All right. Well, I like
I take the home team too.
Home game. I like Lakeland. I like the home team.
Man, take that shit down. Look at talking about. Come on, man.
Happy anniversary, Coach Blicker, man.
You understand?
All right. So, Coach, I'm sorry, you ain't say who you like yet. You doing your research,
Bruh. When you said next week, that they'll be back for that game.
They'll be back.
They will.
Availability starts on the 11th, so not this week.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards Lakeland.
You go on Lakeland. You want to come back to it?
Nah, he said Lakeland.
You said Lakeland?
Yeah, right. But I might change my mind.
He just look at the home game. Well, Lake Gibson went in there and beat them guys. I love Bartow.
That's a great point.
Well, I like Bartow because Lake Gibson went in there and beat them.
Tuma flip me, Coach.
So you going to Bartow?
Yeah.
Okay. Lakeland plays up. Well, anyway, I got Lakeland. Y'all try Bartow because it's home time. All right. On Friday, Davenport travels to Sebring.
I'm taking Sebring, man. I'm riding with Coach Princeton, bro. Everybody's scared to play him for some reason because he's a triple double guy. Let's go Sebring.
I like Sebring too, especially if an old boy in there blocking double digits. He that's a whole different dynamic.
Have they played yet?
Coach, all I know is I saw that one of the players in this question said something about this January 11th. So maybe it might be quicker than that, but So my nose might I mean not nose, my notes might be off. So it may be quick, but he said
yeah, I just saw it. They play each other later in January. I'll take Sebring at home.
Okay. Everybody like Sebring. All right. Also on Friday, Lake Region at Discovery.
I'm taking Discovery.
Discovery. You know I ain't gonna pick no Lake Region.
I like Lake Region too. I ain't no way. I think it's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a good game though. But I don't know if Lake Region can do anything with Livingston. I got Livingston getting 30. Friday, also, Coach Pruitt, you're the guest picker this week. Let me put you down. Coach Pruitt said he liked Discovery. I saw you said you like Sebring, and I'm sure you like Bartow, even though I didn't ask, I know you do like Bartow for obvious reasons. All right, so Friday also George Jenkins at Lakeland.
Lakeland. Hold on, no.
Lakeland.
Yeah, I was saying I like the Jenkins, but Jenkins ain't ready yet. I like Lakeland.
Okay.
Yeah, when Lakeland first game on the road for real, I like it right. It's all right. He ain't played a road game yet. when he go on the road?
Coach Pruitt, who you like Jenkins at Lakeland, sir? Oh man.
Man, I'm talking about for real. Had Lakeland went on the road? Yeah, they went to victory, didn't they?
Taking the football approach to scheduling, man. You know, you load up them home games.
So they went to victory. They did play victory.
Preseason though.
No, they played that. They played that game at Lakeland, but I was like a feeling.
So Lakeland ain't played a away game yet.
So Pruitt like Lakeland.
That's
I'm gonna be the only one you doing lunch for, Coach, because all y'all got the same picks up for me with the Lakeland Bartow game.
They play at Kathleen on the 9th.
All right, so the next two games, Friday, both of these will involve Winter Haven. So Friday, Winter Haven travels to the Rock.
I don't know enough about the Rock. I gotta wait on Billy D to see like what information he get.
I like Winter Haven. With how they on the road, they don't play home games. How they on the road beating people. I don't think the home court will bother them. So for that reason, I like Winter Haven. I'll jump first on that one.
Yeah, I'm taking Winter Haven too. The Rock 8-8 lost against Mainland.
Say less. Say less. Mainland. You named Mainland. That was say less because Mainland. Somebody on Polk kind of beat Mainland, right? Frostproof or somebody?
Not Frostproof.
Billy D just said somebody beat Mainland. McKeel.
No, but the Rock. No. Who beat Mainland?
You named somebody from Polk that beat Mainland in a tournament. Davenport, somebody beat Mainland?
No, it was somebody else. It was Lake Island Prep, bro.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking Winter Haven.
Yeah, I'll take Winter Haven.
All right. And the last game, we have Winter Haven on Saturday. Winter Haven at OCP.
Ooh.
OCP.
Okay. PG, OCP. Which is
yeah, I'll take OCP.
I like Winter Haven in that one too. But when Lake Island Prep knocked off Mainland, man, how do I? You know how to do that, bro?
I'm gonna take Winter Haven for the upset.
And Coach Pruitt like Winter Haven. And Coach Pruitt, you like Winter Haven on Friday also?
Bartow, Sausage City. Lake Will was scared of Sebring.
Yeah, that's not a game. We just highlighted a couple games, Coach Pruitt. We know they play, but we're not going. Yeah, we're trying to keep it competitive, I guess. All right, so picks, we'll post them as always. Coach Pruitt said if he lasts, lunch on him. So we'll see how it go.
You tired? He got the same picks me and Billy D got, right? You said.
He got the same pick. So the only one here, all y'all got the same. Well, no, you picked OCP, and I picked Lakeland against Bartow, and you picked OCP against Winter Haven. So conceivably, he could be tied with Coach.
I'm gonna take the approach that y'all said, what Blicker said earlier about the legs and all that. They just played 3 games in a row, and they come Friday. They got to play. Who they play on Friday? Winter Haven.
The Rock.
The Rock, and then come back and play OCP. I'm looking at the
raw actors. Makes sense.
On the road, and them 2 games on the road, right?
Yes, sir.
Both games.
I love OCP. I love OCP.
I look at both look like both of them on the road. I could be wrong though. I just I looked this stuff earlier before the season and wrote stuff in.
That's why I basically said it. Like they just was on the road. They come right back and play two tough teams on the road again. I like OCP.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. But yeah,
they only like 6-7 deep, right?
They playing more people. Well, hold on now. If they missing Zayden, that's gonna change my pick.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
okay. Well, I'm going.
I still take Winter Haven against the Rock, but I'm gonna change to OCP.
No, I'm saying no. I got OCP. I like him. I don't like him against OCP without Zay. So
no, he said OCP is missing Zay. I don't care. OCP at home.
So Winter Haven got all 8 people. Then I'm saying Winter Haven, man. I'm saying Winter Haven.
I don't like the back.
You still playing, Coach? Or are you switching? Okay.
Yeah, he has been though. He like broke his foot though, and they still 12-1.
He been. Obviously,
yeah, he been out.
Yeah, I like Winter Haven. Winter Haven with all they guys, I like I like Winter Haven.
That's tough going to Gainesville and then going to Orlando.
Exactly. I mean, you're gonna get home from Gainesville about 11:30, 12.
The other thing is Saturday. You ain't got school. You gotta
do a workout. You're gonna wake up and do a little shoot around or something, right? Probably. I know JP, you know that routine, so they'll do a little shoot around.
Oh man, Bartow lost Jay Sean. Yeah, I definitely like Lakeland without Jay Sean for Bartow. Lakeland got all that size in there now, so that's Bartow best post player. I know the Felix.
Is that size good? You got all the size world. The size good.
They effective. They both just had double doubles other than that. I'm just saying. I think Bartow losing Jay Sean is a huge loss for them.
All Saints, bro.
Okay.
Whole bracket with All Saints.
All right, man. Well, before we jump off, a couple things, man. We want to tell the class of 2024, man. This is like some news you can use. The FAFSA is now open. Please make sure that y'all go fill out that FAFSA, get that free money. Even if you end up with a scholarship, you get that FAFSA and you get you some financial aid, you get you some grants and stuff. That money, you still are eligible for that stuff. But if you don't fill it out, you don't have a shot. So class 24, please, and the quicker you do it, the earlier you do it, the better. It's kind of like that first come, first serve basis how they do it. So don't procrastinate. Don't put that off, especially with free money for you all that are planning on going to college after you get done with high school here, your last semester in high school. So any New Year's resolutions, fellas, as you get ready to end one, you ain't got to say a bunch, but your one resolution as you get ready to say 23 and hello to 24.
I'll go first. Personally, mine is geared towards health. I got a great report from my doctor. Again, I'm gonna tell everyone, especially men, make sure you go get yourself looked at. Try to keep yourself at a healthy weight. Piggybacking on top of that, man, love your loved ones while they're here. You just never know what's going on. I appreciate all the love, calls, texts, messages, donations, support that I receive with my brother. It's definitely been a difficult time with me and my family, but I do not want to let the day go by, this podcast go by, and me not appreciate all the love that I got from everybody. So definitely love your loved ones while they're here, but definitely take care of yourselves in 24 and moving forward. We got some big things with Polk Hoops in the talks right now. There's going to be some announcements coming later.
Okay. When that happened, Coach, like I said, with that, we're gonna let you discuss it. Obviously once we get it all ironed out. So, but yeah, we very excited about how 24 is gonna look for Polk Hoops. So, at least one New Year's resolution, PG. No, you probably got plenty. You ain't got now. Okay, so keep pushing on. Okay. All right. Well, for me, I don't know about the resolution, but just 23. Excited to be closing some doors and very excited to be opening some new doors in 2024. Polk Hoop wise, personal, professional, and I'm just you've been working, you've been doing things, and when you start to see it start to make sense and come to fruition, it kind of solidifies stuff. So for me, I'm just excited about what's leaving, and I'm more excited about what's to come. Coach just got a text from Coach Woodside say that the game for Saturday, OCP wanted to reschedule it, so they will not be playing on Saturday. So okay. I don't know. So whenever we get the new date for that game, we'll talk about it then. So we only got 5 games this week, so we're not even not playing OCP on Saturday. Okay. All right, well, man.
The OCP favor because they're probably gonna want to be full strength and get that kid back.
Play when they got all the bullets in the chamber, right? So second semester starts this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Last semester for some of you guys, make sure that you, like Coach say, make sure you're being available because this thing about to get very, very, very serious. So if you're becoming available, please do what you need to do to stay available. If you are already available, please do what you need to do to not become available.
What available mean? Eligible? What is y'all talking about, man? Available. Eligible. Get them grades.
But you might be talking about injuries.
Eligible. Get them grades.
Grades, man. Student athlete. You are a student first and always, and you get the privilege to be an athlete. You are a student first and always. You get the privilege to be an athlete. So as PG say, man, get your grades. As the old folks just say, get them books, get your lesson, go in them people class, don't be cutting up and I don't send you to school to go be cutting up and grabbing butt. Do your work, stay out of trouble, and don't have them people call my house. So on that note, man, y'all be great this week, man. Great. We have Happy New Year to y'all. If you're going to do your whole watch night experience, man, y'all be safe out there for a lot of people. Shout out to we just gonna continue to see the day, man. We're gonna continue to keep pressing forward, man. We so thankful that y'all here, man. We so thankful y'all continuing to rock with us. 2024 gonna be amazing. 23 was good, but we're going from good to great. And we're just gonna keep elevating. So thank y'all for rocking with us. We do not take it for granted. Y'all be safe tonight. Be safe this week, man. Good luck to the teams getting back in the gym. And until next time, be safe.